And finally, the streamlining of support services government provides to small and medium businesses is well on its way after President Cyril Ramaphosa sent it to the National Small Enterprise Amendment Bill. The act will see the establishment of the Small Enterprise Development Finance Agency. This will incorporate the Small Enterprise Development Finance Agency with the Small Enterprise Development Agency and the Cooperative Banks Development Agency. Small Business Development Minister Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams speaks to us about this. Thank you so much for your time, Minister. By all accounts, this is a welcome move, but where to from here?
Thank you so much. Let me first greet all the viewers and your respective self. Of course, we are very excited, and I'm certain that SMMEs are happy too by the signing of this bill. As you have already spoken to the creation of a one-stop shop center, which is the agencies that you mentioned that will now be coming into one, that's the first step to say, we are trying to really make things easier for the SMMEs to access both the non-financial support and the financial support that is provided by our portfolio. But the second aspect that is very critical, in the previous weeks, everybody has been complaining that departments have not paid SMMEs within the 30 days that is stipulated. Now, in the same act, it enables the establishment of the Office of the Ombudsman, whom, amongst other things, will make sure that he's a champion or she's a champion for all the challenges that are faced by SMMEs in relation to litigation processes, unfair trade or treatment, and many other things that the SMMEs are not happy about. That's one, which means now, moving from here, we are working towards establishing that Office of the Ombudsman. The second aspect is the one that now finally South Africa has a department that has the authority to say, not again, you will exclude our people in terms of the SMMEs in your procurement policies. Because you will find out that big corporates, certain government departments or municipalities, they develop specifications that exclude small businesses from participating in the procurement, which therefore leads to them being excluded without saying, we don't want you small businesses. Now the minister is empowered by the law, working with the Office of the Ombudsman, that will make certain recommendations. The minister will be able to issue directives that she will gazette to say, or he will gazette to say 1, 2, 3 is not allowed, 2, 3, 4 is what must be done. The third aspect that also will be addressed by the Act is that of ensuring that we don't only build the capacity of the agency, but we are able to hold everyone accountable in relation to the treatment, including the opportunities that the SMMEs must get. So for us, it's an exciting time. Finally, the department is empowered by law, as the department has been operating with no authority. Now we're going to be establishing those offices.
Absolutely a move that should be lauded. At a practical level, though, Minister, how soon can the tangibility of implementation be seen by the small business sector in this country?
Well, the first thing is that when you go establishing an office, there's recruitment processes, which will not take less than 3 months. So we had said it that at least in the third quarter, we would have had the office in place, because we were giving ourselves time to go through that recruitment process. That's one. But the second aspect is the one that talks to the new creation of the agency that we spoke about. Now that the bill is signed, the teams, I'm receiving on Friday a report from the work streams, the legal work streams, in terms of the process that they must be now registered with the CIPC and all the other legalities. And of course, there, at a go, we will have one board that is dealing with the issues, but then they will then go again on the transitional structure that now must infuse the 3 agencies and then provide the services that we're talking about. It doesn't mean that the agency is going to abandon the commitments that have been made by the individual agencies. But now what we will do, there will be control in terms of synergies of executives that are responsible for the different aspects of the work that we are doing. But at the center of it is the automation of the services that are provided by the new agencies, which will therefore deal with the turnaround times of CFA or CEDA that our SMMEs have been complaining about. They've been complaining that, Minister, we do apply for financing, but CFA at times is non-responsive, or CFA takes too long, 12 months, 6 months, and that's too long in the life of an SMME. Now the automation will deal with start to waste stages and the time that gets to be lost.
I'm glad you raised that as a very brief parting shot. It speaks to also owners of small businesses having their books in place and their credentials ticked off. In COVID-19, we saw quite a number of businesses lose out on critical funding solely because their credentials are not up to date. How vital is that going to be with the amalgamation of the agency?
That is critical for us, which is why we said one of the critical aspects is to ensure that we enhance our business development support. Once we enhance the business development support, because it is what assists the companies to comply with the different regulations that they are given by companies or government, depending on the sectors that they operate in. So that's one thing. We are partnering again with NEF and other DFIs to say, let's go all out, including SARS, to raise awareness on the importance of compliance so that SMMEs can understand why it is important for them to understand the sectors that they are operating in, the compliance requirements. And this is where we come in to say, if you require an SABS approval, come to us and we'll assist you. If you require a particular approval required in the energy space and many other spaces, come to us if you cannot do it so that we assist you. Because when we do that, we then certain that no one can say, we are excluding you because you're not compliant. You are citing a very important matter of COVID-19, wherein SMMEs could not benefit. And we have learned from that. And we keep on encouraging entrepreneurs to make sure that they don't only invest on the products they are producing, but they also look at the regulatory environment that they operate in terms of the different sectors. But again, that we say CEDA is there to assist, which is why we are bringing in sector specialists, amongst the other things, so that they can be able to assist and advise them accordingly. And once that happens, we're certain that at least even the public procurement bill that has been passed, it will be able to be realized in terms of ensuring that the set aside that are going to be given to SMMEs will have the right SMMEs which are compliant and which are supported and providing quality products.
Thank you so much for your time, Minister. Highly appreciated as you had to step out of those proceedings in Parliament. Small Business Development Minister Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams talking to us about this act that has now been signed into law. It will put in an agency that simultaneously runs the processes of small, medium enterprises.